That's really something. the guy's back. Like, yeah. Like, he's so like important because he can attack you that way. Like, that is real. It's important to catch up. I fell asleep. Woke me up. I was under the heated blanket. That's awful. Help me. License plate, thank God. I wonder if we can get you in Florida. That's all. Like, he doesn't go away. There's no like conversation about this. The problem is the guy just gonna keep doing that, which is actually real. Which is the point is to catch him and catch that, because that's a problem. Especially with the rest of the conversation, which is a real guy doing something unlike Metaclasses and law enforcement, which is awful. Which he says you can't catch him because he's in an automobile and in other girls. It's just painful. It's been painful for so long. It's embarrassing. It is what it is, and some of it needs to be caught, which is you. And you're in that pile of criminals in Carroll County. It just cannot be. You gotta be kidding me on that. You said, what was that thing? That is you on a cell phone now. You're really not allowed to use that for that. They can sexually assault you from space. And easy to throw it. Yeah. No. Somebody else needs to catch it is important. Sleep. You can drive somewhere to sleep. And if you can't get away from that vibrator, it's like a tense therapy device hooked up to a cell phone and a body scanner and an audible voice. It's awful. Really, it is absolutely evil. It is a death of humanity, and so are these guys. They're a disease, they're like the plague. Somebody needs to catch the guys with it. Fix cell phone, tools hands, and an audible voice. Because that is what I'm talking about over here. And you need to get these guys into custody. It's awful. Well, they're just charged with more for breaking the law, and like, because that is actually a real thing. For me. Or everybody that gets you. It's really evil. There's tense therapy attached to a body scanner is the problem. Really, yes. And the inaudible heavy breathing Corey Grace app he uses on cell phone. Magical cell phone signals, these incredible stuff. Somebody catch this, it's important. Please, please, please. Not you. Hey, somebody needs to get him off like Las Vegas tech. The Las Vegas police, because that is actually like something to do with Las Vegas law enforcement. I think you're crazy. I bet you a bunch of money that like that's a real person and a real thing, which is all that's going on. It's not my fault, and I'm just stuck with it. No, owe me money for all the expenses of like getting a car back after you took my license for 2 years. No. Would you please get these guys into custody for the love of God? No, you disgusting son of a bitch. Do this again. No, you have to turn that off. You can't aim it at my body to sexually assault me. The police in Fayetteville, Arkansas, and Little Rock need to arrest this dude. Highway Patrol and Sheriff's Department in Arkansas need to arrest Edistol in a security office and truck depot. Seriously. All that's going on. And everybody needs to know there is a cell phone app that in the hands of professionals can in fact sexually assault you with sex therapy. Law enforcement has a body scanner and they like Google Maps, stalk people, catch criminals, and they can be used as a sexual assault device. And it's being so out these days. It should not be that much of a problem. I would like to think that 95% of law enforcement would never even think to go there. Yeah, neither would the other 5%. Really, yeah. I'm not to do that. You're like long distance cell phone cellular with that phone, which is awful. Come on, no. In pain, yeah, to death. Actually, a real thing and been used to like absolutely terrorize me. You owe me money and damages. That's how it works. That's why. No, not turn it on a little bit and aim it right at my crotch. And it just, and like painful. Like, well, you were doing what you were told. We were told. All the emails are out there again. Okay, crazy man, same as last time. Yeah, really? Yeah, same as like every other bit in this. It's just a problem. They don't arrest you. I don't know. It's just not going anywhere, so it's gonna stay up. Really? No. Just gonna have to stay up on live stream. No, you can't focus that thing on my body and stalk me day and night. Please get these guys into custody. I can't believe this guy's still at large and somewhere doing this to like me and other people. It's 2:00 in the morning. Get the hell away from me. Why are you somewhere at 2:00 in the morning doing this? Why has this guy got access to stuff at 2:00 in the morning to do this? I've got to go to somewhere where this guy does not have access to this. No. Get them into custody now. You have to. Somebody has got to arrest these guys. Really, get this guy off my body. I don't know what to do. I can't sleep. There's a guy like attacking me on what I just said. Get him into custody now and get him off that thing. Get him off the thing he's assaulting me with. Get him into custody now. Whoever's jurisdiction it is needs to arrest these men. There is a man actually doing that, and he needs to go to jail now. No. We feel that Tonio did no wrong with sexually assaulting women and kids to death with Lenny the werewolf and Otis Toole? I mean, that is actually like, or what, you gotta be kidding me. Get that thing away from them. That's actually a thing. Nobody's gonna believe it. Get him in custody now. There have been men stalking me out of this so badly. You're off law enforcement, Ted. You're off law enforcement everything. You don't have anything to do with the courthouse. You don't have any arresting powers. Somebody needs to arrest these men. No, you can't do that to me anymore. You cannot do that to me anymore. You cannot sexually assault me as badly as possible with tense therapy that like burns and hurts and beats you up into my body and my crotch anymore. And then stalk me with an audible noise. You need to get these men into custody now. There is such a thing, and it is really criminal. The guy just said, yeah, but I wanted to masturbate that. Me? Get this man off my body with that thing. Good job on the hire. Jesus. No, and there is such a thing, it's horrible. Probably. It's probably why I'm sober. I don't really. It's a problem. It's a good end. Well, it's a lot to deal with. Somebody needs to catch it. Oh. is so creepy. The guy is actually like assaulting my body with the thing. Please get these men into custody now. It's actually a real situation. It is 2:30 in the morning. You wanted to what? You wanted to masturbate. That. My body sleeping on a police car scanner? Because that's acceptable. Cool. I don't know what to do. I'm gonna take a shower and lay down, go to sleep without being sexually assaulted by that thing. No, God, this sounds awful. Probably. I'm gonna die. I can't lay down to go to sleep. There is such a thing. It's horrible. Okay, there's all sorts of things. There's all sorts of things. That's true. Like cell phones. Okay, can you get it off of me? Will you get that filthy thing off of me? Oh, did you hear what he just said? I want to masturbate you or something. Okay? Well, there's a guy somewhere doing that. There's a guy with speakerphone and a body scanner on a cell phone that can actually like assault your body. Would you please get this man into custody now? This is like too much. It's 2:00 in the morning. They're day and night, like the dead of night. They're extremely active with this. Some guys like put something in my house you could sexually assault me with. You would not believe how evil these men are. And this is. It's just like, it's so incredibly bad. I don't know what to do. I'm dying. I can't lay down. So I just have to, would you get that man off my body with the scanner? Really? Yeah. And not sexually assaulting me. I don't know what to do. It is so incredibly horrendous. You have no idea. It hurts really bad from like something actually like able to touch you. It's like beating me up and electrocuting me. Would you get these men into custody? I didn't know there was such a thing. It's really evil. You actually have to like do something to be able to touch a person. Right? Yeah, you can't do that with the like police chopper on this dude. On that thing. You're actually like tasing me or something. What? Because the police think it's like stole cars for a carcass arrest. Something ridiculous, but I think there is a guy that just attacked my crotch with the thing with tense therapy. Like it's just, I mean, it's so bad. You have a body scanner like on my body all the time. There's no guns in my pockets. And you're like raping me with it, and like Otis Toole is like talking on it. Really, yeah, it is so evil. There is actually a guy doing that, and you need to arrest him. That thing was like, there was a thing that would stalk your body, like Google GPSU app evolved. I'd be like hiking, or it'll follow your cell phone around. Really, yeah, like your little Google Yo Man. It's evolved. It can rape you. It can actually touch you, and he just like he broods over. Okay, so you can see somebody like Google Yellow Man. This thing like just does it day and night. Las Vegas is security office or something. Whatever what's with the like the demon voices need to quit too. App there's that. Really, yeah, it's so evil. Why would you ever have such a thing? You want to do what with the what now? It's a heavy breather app. The guy like Pops out. Just then it was, but I want to masturbate that. uh, would you please help? It's so evil. Really, yeah. It's so evil what these guys did with it too. You have no idea to be second with it. Somebody help. So like Demon Voices app says they have children they're stalking. Well, it's actually a thing. You can't do that to somebody on a cell phone app for police. So they can scan your pockets for guns and drugs. The treehouse made at the tobacco store. It was like a CBD oil bakery, like smoke free sleep for $15. That was like wine or something. I mean, you know how that is maybe when you drive. Like the tobacco store. Which I want to quit smoking. It's not awful. It's because you're a delegated breeder, a Ted Bundy. Really, yeah, that's so evil. Somebody needs to catch that. That's an actual thing, and there's guys like raping people on it. Well, there is. Miserable, but you just wake up and you're still alive. Problem is, it's really a thing. Like, it's not going anywhere. He's not going to stop doing that, and I'm unfortunately going to have to post that. And they are actually real things. Yeah. You need to catch it. It is really bad criminals. Get away from me. You need to get it away from anybody that has. There's actually a thing that can do that. Where somebody's using it to just like do ungodly things. I mean, I don't know. But in the story that's true, they're using it to like stalk people and like just stalk. I mean, it's so creepy. Whatever's on the other side of the heavy breathing, and then it can't touch you. I think it's an electronic grounder for like, oh, how. It's just the facts. I don't know how somebody can make a massage device on a cell phone app. It can actually touch you. It's very painful, and quite obviously, I don't think it's supposed to be used for that. And then the inaudible noise is just evil, also. Yeah. That's law enforcement. But well, it's not allowed to be. Yeah, well, the other's really hard to prove. But it's actually a thing. It's actually there. That's actually real. You need to catch it because that is evil. If you're solid, you can just like get into people's houses by their cell phone, really, yeah, and then touch them with something, and then you can see them with a body scanner. It sounds ridiculous, but there is actually doing that. Really, that's very mean. You need to actually catch up. It's very dangerous. Well, unfortunately, like it's just there. Really, yeah, it's like so there so badly, like there's nothing I can do about it. You need to quit using like whisper talking app, and then putting something on it, doing mixing it up or something is what they said doing. Putting something with it. You need to stop stalking me. You're a Google Map on law enforcement tech guy that stalks your body. Like that is what's going on too, or can be. It's a mess right now. You've done it for so many years. You've done it. So you need to get the guy doing this. It is so incredibly bad. Like the dirtiest, creepiest guy in the world stalks me on this thing too. I can't lay down. It's actually a real thing. No, I'm positive. He stalked me on Google, like Yellow Man app, so much and on cop stuff that now he's figured out one in Las Vegas that can touch you. There's like a heavy breathing, inaudible noise. That's all the stuff it says. Really, yeah. Like there, it's just like you. That's what it just said. I'm just hoping you can hear it, or somebody can hear it also. It is so incredibly bad. I don't know what to do. And then like Otis Full is actually like electrocuting you or something, but the stupid thing can actually touch you. They are so incredibly dirty and rough. I need these guys in custody, and this should have been stopped a million years ago. And then that ability is really, really evil. It is actually a real thing occurring too. It's horrible. Well, otherwise I wouldn't be worried about it. I'm like dying. But somebody needs to actually catch what these guys are doing. They must have made friends in Vegas to be able to do it in Vegas. It's such a schizophrenic monster. Like it is such a like incredibly evil neighborhood pornographer, and the thing can touch your body. It's horrible. It is so incredibly bad. I don't know what to do. The man can't electrocute me. It's 2 o'clock in the morning. I'm exhausted. It's like 3 o'clock in the morning. It's like the dead of night. This thing like okay. I've fallen asleep. There is no dead of night. This guy like works all night. They're so schizophrenic, really, like wherever they are. And they just sort of, does somebody pay you to be wherever you are to do this? No, you're an actual person doing that. It is the most schizophrenic man ever. He gives a link out to your house or something to like any guys that want to stalk you and stuff too. You have to catch these guys. It's so creepy. Oh, you didn't want that on the internet. Well, it's already on the internet. I sent it out already. Somebody catch these guys. It's absolutely horrible. It's on my body right now. I don't know what to do. Oh my God. It is so awful. I don't know what to do. It hurts so bad. I am dying from the thing. I just want to like lay down and go to sleep and get up to go do stuff tomorrow. Poor me. I mean, poor me. There's a guy that can actually do all that. Really, well, there is, and it's really depressing. I don't care. It's important to know. Very, and then I mean, it says an evil schizophrenic neighborhood photographer or something. All of them are. They're so evil. It's actually happening, and it's really creepy. Somebody needs. It's an enormous like that's totally. He wants to what now? You and where is it being attacked? And something can touch you. Yeah, badly. Like on these things. You sat around and stalked on this thing so much. Now, like, has he made new friends in Vegas? Is the most schizophrenic man ever on the other side that is totally evil. Is he friends in Vegas? I don't know. Well, the guy can touch you on an app and attacks you. And the guy's like, they're like totally pornographic. It's the most evil thing ever. Sorry, but I mean, what the hell is this? You can't do this to me anymore. He's stalking me on a cell phone app. There's a crazy man stalking me on a cell phone app. It's horrible. I just want to be laying down asleep. Really? Yeah. What the hell is going on here? You need to catch the guys in Carroll County, Arkansas that did the rest of us. They're stalking me now doing this. I just need these people, I need a restraining order. Like right now. Because that's all true. Oh, I don't care, that makes you crazy. It's making me crazy, but like I just want to go to sleep in my house. Drive my car somewhere. Back in my bedroom in like a normal way. You owe me damages so I can go to a safer location because you sexually assaulted me with a cell phone app. think I need a cup of coffee. I'm like stuck with this. I'm just like babysitting. Somebody needs to catch it that is really important to catch. Like I just be asleep. I don't know what this insane conversation with the guy that isn't there. The invisible man app of death needs to quit. I don't care about that. It's a thing and somebody needs to catch it now. The really awful cell phone stalker on this and computer mirror stalker. He also mirrors like whatever you're watching on your Cox account, which is horrifying. He just sits there and like online frienders it too. Where are you guys and what are they doing? They're actually doing that. I don't know who they're doing it to. In their story, like children, it's this really explicit guy. You get in trouble for this? Probably. There's a really creepy guy, like cell phone stalker guy. Like, yeah, always was. He's like, the guy is absolutely, like, I'm being stalked by his Ted Bundy. It's 2:00 in the morning and I'm exhausted. I don't know what to do. Not die. It's important to catch the person. You can't do that to me. I don't know. I don't know what the conversation's even about. This stuff. I'm not fine. There's a crazy man stalking me on a cell phone app. He would do like a cell phone stalker thing, and then they mirror your computer accounts. It has to end right now. Which made for like a really evil stalking all along. And now in Las Vegas, they can touch your body with stuff. They can touch your body with the cell phone stalking thing. It's not pleasant. I guess it's some kind of police tech. It stalls cars for sure. For sure. Yep, that is actually a concern. Because you can stall a car. They have to stop. There's actual men stalking me. They're unbelievable. It's so creepy. So what did it say? It said that you're up to masturbate. But I would a masturbator. And like something touched you at 2:00 in the morning. So yeah, at night. It can talk. Really, it can talk. Oh, that's neat. No, it can. It's like a whisper talk or like a wind talkers or something. He's just on a cell phone stalking and heavy breathing, but it's evil. It is beyond evil. But it's real. You need to catch up. I was doing stuff with my dad, so I had my cell phone in. Yeah, it's really, really evil. Somebody needs to catch it. Me. Maybe they're trying to drive you crazy. If I was going to hallucinate something, I would hallucinate that. But I don't know where the voice came from. It's kind of a cell phone tower. It's just a heavy breather app. It's nasty. Who did he make friends with in Vegas? Ryan, he did. That was like the first like part of the whatever story. Yeah, when I first got here, it was horrible. Quite. There were just like these guys locally in this story that were stalking me also. Pretty much, and the story was the same, like molesting children and stuffing them into a wall. Really story, stuff like that. Like, okay. And then stuff about like Ed Gein's quilting project from World War II. And then Otis tooling a child, and then the child would like be dead because he'd stuck him in a closet because it would hurt to rape him or something. But yeah. Well, that's what it says, and then it says it's doing the same thing it's doing to me, to children. A lot. And I used to say this stuff like, where? You're going crazy, and it's a demon voices. I'll say, yeah. And then he's stalking like the same kids until they're like, him and his 8 friends just go back to stalking the same kids. Okay, you also stalk me. What is it even? It has something, this has to do with the rest of us. It's like the same guys, but it doesn't make any sense. Why are you molesting children to know? On him, but yeah. Where is he? It's the same guys in Carroll County. There's just been these completely schizophrenic men stalking me. They follow me around and then they mirror my internet account. Las Vegas has some kind of thing where you can like, they've always been just psychotically evil schizophrenic men. Yeah, like I don't know right now it was full of strike to 6 years old or something. But these are the same guys in Arkansas. Like I think it needs to quit. Badly. There's such thing as that. There's such a thing as what you're doing, which is creepy. It's incredibly bad crime what you're doing. It's not going to stop is the problem. Well, yeah, like they will never turn me off just for stalking me. It's like horrible. The thing is that somebody needs to go and investigate as to whether or not this is the case. So guys out of this were really badly stalking you. Yeah, but they didn't have anything that could touch you, but he just started stalking that thing so bad. Like police tech to stalk, I think. I want to know who it is. There must not be anybody around, really. Yeah, it's just evil. Go and get the guys, please. Somebody. They don't want to because they're involved in the rest of your case. I don't know. Somebody just needs to do it because it's actually a thing. That's horrible if a person can do that. These guys will definitely do that. Okay, so there's a TENS therapy device that like you can create out of on a cell phone and a smartwatch or something. So your cell phone, if there's a stalker on it, can touch you with like TENS therapy, which is not working out. It just physically there is such a thing. Yeah. Which is horrible. It's just dangerous. Somebody needs to catch these guys. If the problem is that they're doing it to me right now, and it's horrible. Who would even think to do such a thing with the thing? But it's horrible. It's of concern that there is such a thing that someone can do this, and people do. I don't care about it. Well, it's of concern somebody can touch you with their cell phone. Yeah, and then actually, I'm not impressed. It's just unfortunately really there, and it's a problem. So there is somebody can actually touch you and follow you. Like law enforcement has access to apps where they can mirror your computer and cell phone. And then there is such a thing as like an ability on whatever tech he's on to actually touch people. Which this guy just does, like he runs around talking about how he's gonna molest children on this thing. And it's just totally schizophrenic. I don't understand how it connects anything else, and then like these guys randomly use the courthouse to kidnap me. And like falsify that evidence. It's the same guys because they have access to law enforcement type. Really, yeah. They have somebody gave them the ability to stalk. They're stalking me. I'm not sure. I just never heard of such a thing, and neither has any. But these guys, you have to go to jail. Okay, they're really, really schizophrenic men, and really rough dudes. I have no idea what this is, but it's gotta go. It has to do with the same people, I think. Nobody else gets through to anything. Like they get like whatsoever. My email, my cell phone, stuff like this happened at 2 in the morning. Now I can touch you. It's like stalking my body. There's like just a crazy man that follows you around when I won't leave you alone. If somebody needs to get in custody, it's actually real evil. I think you've lost your mind. I think it's actually a real person doing it. You can't do it on a smartwatch. There's a guy, you can't tweak heavy breathing stuff to stalk people. It's just evil. For me, I want to be, you're murdering me. I should be just laying in my bed sleeping. That's 3 o'clock in the morning. I want to just be in bed asleep. Asleep. I put me to sleep. I got some sleep. I'm gonna have to leave. I wonder if you can get away from the like thing that sexually assaults you. Can I fundraise for like a new place to stay? I think you're insane. There's a guy on the cell phone app that stalks and mirrors your internet. He'll sit here, there's a crazy man, and it's this really, really dirty crazy man. No, there's a dirty crazy man here, and it's not me. It's a ghost. No, it's a real person on like a cell phone app thing. It's creepy. And it can't sexually assault me. There's a break there's an internet stalker and an online predator that's evolved. I can't even really know. He stalks cars, dude. The guy is so evil, like he's so schizophrenic, all of them. There's like 5 of them. And they stalk constantly on the things that the most. And then they'll play with themselves. Like I don't care, but it's just true. I care a lot, but I didn't want more. I need to fundraise for a new place to stay. If there's an actual way interacting, then it's really, really fun. I took on security shares just to get away from me. Or something, probably locking me home. room that had like ashtrays and plates. That's so weird. Yeah, the smoking section of plates, and you can actually smoke on the plate.
This does not look like this is gonna end well for you guys.
Cars around are gonna say more than just a Pell Crypto, the latest trailer for DC's Supergirl. Now, really outlaw John's the case of the woman tomorrow, their first solo film in over 40 years. The plot is an famous scene from the sixth Supergirl, who's always one of those underrated superheroes. Right now, the three things you need for a Broadway show, you need singing, dancing, about penguins. Animated classic Happy Feet is being tapped for a famous musical adaptation. The project is being helmed by Michael Arden, the director of Tony Blair Maybe Happy Ending. The Jukebox musical will take its songs from the film, which includes classics from Queen, The Beach Boys, and Stevie Wonder. Nowhere Jim and How the Penguins will be brought to life on stage. The Oscar-winning film marks its 20th anniversary this November, but for decades they were able to make cats come to life on stage, so we'll see how they do for the Penguins. When we come back, the David Protein Bar ingredient lawsuit crumbles. Energy report highlights why more than 400 hospitals across the U.S. could close.
Apples. I could lay down. But, come on. I want some sleep. That's actually true. I did get some sleep. Almost using all this. It's just real. You wake up and you're not in bed, so it needs to do something about it. It's horrible. What now? It's actually not doing that. It's just there. It's so creepy.
In headlines this morning, more than 400 hospitals in the U.S. are at risk of closing or cutting services due to the Medicaid cuts that the president comes to pay beautiful bill. That's according to analysis from the watchdog group Public Citizen. This could make it harder for millions of Americans to get care and for thousands of healthcare workers down to their list. The lawsuit against David pushing guards alleging the label misrepresented calorie and fat content is wrong. Attorneys for the plaintiff didn't immediately respond to the request for comment, and why it is unknown. And Google is announcing Gmail users can now change their email addresses and Google account usernames. In a feature began rolling out last year, it is now available to all Google users. We'll be right back. We're back now with the window of opportunity for a Houdini like escape. The woman manages to squeeze out the cocktail in handcuffs. And
Caught on camera, one woman's jaw-dropping escape from the back of a Michigan police cruiser. Watch her wriggle through that window, hands cuffed behind her back. She briefly pauses, then out comes one leg. With both legs out, she takes off running.
This is fine.
The escapee gone, the camera pans over, showing officers gathered around that white truck, seemingly none the wiser.
We're not serious, but
An officer approaches, appearing to notice the camera, then looks in that open window. He circles the SUV, the suspect, nowhere to be found. How ridiculous is this video here?
well, it happens all the time. Really, people escape police custody all the time.
NBC News law enforcement analyst Jim
There's about like on Walmart with the like safe one later and remove. There's about put in the list.
The officer found this to try to give us fresh
That
air
would be easier.
and wasn't quite expecting that level of acrobatics.
Prosecutors ID'd the woman as 38-year-old Kendra Amy, arrested Saturday afternoon, moments before this video was taken on a parole violation. After her escape, court records show Amy was on the lam for 3 days. Muskegon Heights police saying at one point she broke into a nearby home before fleeing again. Officers ultimately finding Amy in a separate abandoned house Tuesday morning. All the while, video of her Houdini-style escape going viral.
I'm sure that's really kind of like the film on the internet, and it's going to be in every police academy from now until the end of time.
they came for effort and escape too. We're thanks to Maggie for that one. Coming up on today, we are celebrating Apple's 50th anniversary. And here's Al with what else is ahead.
There's one of the third update. Well, countdown to the book. I'm live from Florida ahead of NASA's long-awaited moon mission Artemis 2. Then our spring allergy survival guide to avoid all the sneezing this season, and a delicious lamb dish that's not bad. That's today, this morning, on the third hour of today.
Thanks so much for starting your morning with early today. I'm Francis Rivera. Have a great Wednesday. See you later Thursday morning. Guy Schwartz starts us off.
NASA is set to make history as it launches astronauts around the moon for the first time in more than 50 years.
We will return Americans to the moon before the end of President Trump's term.
Artemis 2, the next big stride in modern-day space race, takes China to the moon and beyond.
The difference between success and failure will be measured in months, not years.
Phase 2 of the Artemis program won't see Americans ready for service. Instead, the two-day mission will prove this space worthiness of NASA's Orion capsule and SLS rocket.
The primary mission is to ensure that we get to the moon, go around it, come back safely, so it's
The goal over time, building a sustained base on the moon. Kennedy Space Center says it's all to pave the way for long-term exploration and science on the lunar surface. NASA also has its sights on a bigger target, our planetary next door neighbor.
It's a stepping stone to Mars, where we might have the most likelihood of finding evidence of past life.
this is humanity's next step to getting us off the planet, maybe into that final frontier.
Artemis 2 launch is not just one small step for man.
The Artemis 2 mission has a female astronaut on board that will go farther than any woman has ever gone before.
A historic achievement in the storied history of NASA's moon missions. America's first voyage to the moon kicked off in the 1960s.
Make sure to go to the moon and visit and do the other thing. Not because they are easy, but because they are hard.
The space race defined scientific competition between the world's two superpowers against the backdrop of the cold war. The U.S. claimed victory when Apollo 11 landed the first humans on the moon in 1969. Along with a generation of kids, former NASA astronaut Mike Massimino says that moment changed his life.
I remember Apollo 11 really well. I was 6 years old, and it really put me down in part of my soul. It made me want to be like Neil Armstrong.
Just 3 years later, American astronauts would visit the moon for the last time. With the symbolic victory won, NASA's priorities shifted to projects like Skylab, the first space station.
Or we got for man to start
It became the space shuttle, a reusable craft that launched the Hubble Space Telescope and helped build the International Space Station. More than 3 decades after watching Neil Armstrong take this small step, Massimino achieved his childhood dream, flying 2 missions aboard the space shuttle. Principal part of technology advancement in the 21st century, NASA focused on landing remote rovers on the surface of Mars.
Spirit is expected to roam the Martian surface for about 90 days.
And the private spaceflight boom of the 2010s, making trips to Earth to orbit cheaper, more common,
Falcon 9 rocket. That's NASA first to the private sector.
Around NASA, once again set its sights a little bit higher. Artemis's road to the moon hasn't been smooth. The program has been delayed, gone over budget, these criticisms. It's a waste of money and resources. To Massimino, the value of returning to the moon is incalculable.
I think it's a real opportunity for young people to see what's possible and maintain it the rest of their life, just like the Apollo 11 mission.
With the prospect of humanity taking that giant leap yet again, all eyes are on the skies as Artemis blasts off.
And thanks to God for that report. President Trump is expecting a prime address to the nation tonight, where he will quote, "Give a quick update on Iran." It's just a day after he suggested the end of the war is just weeks away. State media outlet Journal reported the Iranian president says there will be an end to the conflict, or there is a will to end the conflict if certain conditions are met, including a guarantee that Iran will not be attacked again. And here in the U.S., average gas prices jumped to $4 a gallon for the first time since 2022. NBC's Jared Hayes has more.
The massive explosion seen in Iran as the U.S. strikes an ammunition depot, which the Pentagon says is just the latest sign of U.S. dominance in the war, with 11,000 Iranian regime targets hit in the last 4 weeks.
The upcoming days will be decisive if Iran goes down. There's almost nothing they can militarily do about it.
The president suggested he'll end U.S. airstrikes soon.
We'll be leaving very soon. I think within, it will take a couple of days longer to do the job. But we want to knock out every single thing that.
While praising Iranian regime officials, he says the U.S. is now negotiating.
We've had regime change. We're dealing with people that are much more rational.
As you recall, the national average for a gallon of gas has crossed over $4 a gallon for the first time in 4 years.
It's pretty crazy, and it's every gas station, you know, there's no cheap gas anywhere, really, everywhere.
The president insisted those prices will come down when the war ends.
We're and we have a country that's not gonna be throwing a nuclear weapon at us. We'll have to do is leave Iran, and we'll be doing that very soon, and it'll become something that,
Fuel stocks surged now, soaring more than 1,100 points. President Trump suggesting U.S. airstrikes will end soon, and they both depend on reopening the Strait of Hormuz.
what happens to the strait, they're not gonna have anything to do with it, because these countries, China will go up and they'll fill up their beautiful ships and they'll take care of themselves, there's no reason for us to do it.
Still, the American military buildup in the region continues. The George H.W. Bush aircraft carrier group leaving port in Virginia bound for the Middle East, with potential U.S. ground troops still on the table.
We're not going to foreclose anyone. Our adversary right now thinks there are 15 different ways we can come at boots on the ground. And guess what? There are. But some Gulf allies, including Saudi Arabia and the UAE, have pressed the White House to keep up the bombing campaign against Iran to make sure they can no longer threaten the region with ballistic missiles or drones. One senior Gulf official telling NBC News their message to the White House: finish the job.
Gary, thank you. 39 ways to find an American journalist kidnapped in the Middle East by a pro-Iran militia in Iraq. Video showed the moment American journalist Kelly Pilson is kidnapped in Baghdad by suspected Iranian-backed militants. Iraq's interior ministry tells NBC a silver car pulled up and Pilson was waiting on the side of the road. Two men funneled her into the back seat and drive off. Authorities say security forces chased the vehicle, was practically damaged, but some of the men escaped with Pilson. The state department says one suspect is Hezbollah. That's a militia supported by Iran. Iraq's government says efforts are ongoing to secure the release of its kidnapped journalists. Today, the Supreme Court will consider a fundamental change to American citizenship. The justices will hear oral arguments over an executive order signed by President Trump. It would limit birthright citizenship to only people who have at least one parent who is a U.S. citizen or a legal permanent resident. NBC's Alice Price was from DC. Alice, good morning. President Trump says he plans to be there in person today.
Good morning, Francis. That's right. The White House confirmed to NBC News that the president does plan to be there this morning. The Supreme Court says they have no record of the sitting president ever attending oral arguments. Yesterday, we already saw people lining up outside the court to secure one of the public seats, which you often see for landmark cases like this. Birthright citizenship is protected by the 14th Amendment. President Trump argued yesterday that the law is outdated.
It had to do with the babies of slaves and the protection of the babies of slaves. It didn't have to do with the protection of multi-millionaires and billionaires wanting to have their children get an American citizenship.
President Trump made those comments in the Oval Office during the signing of another executive order. The order aims to create federal lists of citizens and instructs the Postal Service to send mail ballots only to those people.
The cheating on everybody is legendary. It's horrible. And it's very clearly covered. Very, very clearly so. I think this will help a lot with elections. We'd like to have our ID. We'd like to have proof of citizenship, and that'll be another subject for another time.
Mail ballots are verified in different ways depending on the state, and there has been no evidence of widespread fraud in U.S. elections. This order is expected to be quickly challenged in court. The Constitution gives states the power to administer their own elections. Meanwhile, a federal court has paused President Trump's Passion Project, ordering that construction be halted on the White House ballroom unless Congress approves the plans. The administration quickly appealed. President Trump says he does not need congressional approval. Francis.
Thank you. Now let's go to Chairman of the Senate, Board and consequently today with the NBC News on the state. Good morning, David.
Good morning. For today, we're keeping track of the potential for some severe weather across portions of the central and southern plains. So if you live anywhere from Missouri into Kansas, Oklahoma, or Texas, Try to stay weather aware for today. There's a possibility of maybe some hail, some damaging winds, and even the possibility of tornadoes with the severe weather. Some of the severe weather may extend out to mid-Atlantic as well, or at least we'll have some stronger thunderstorms, and then the severe weather front will actually get a bit more closer to the Midwest, more around the Great Lakes to tomorrow. We're also watching for some shower activity across a good portion of the west, the mountain west, across the Rockies. We're looking at rain and snow. Over California, into the Pacific Northwest, looking at the possibility of rain and snow as well, so some cold showers. And for the launch of Artemis, it's actually looking pretty decent as we get into the afternoon and evening hours for today. It's that temperature.
Come on!
70s. We're watching for maybe some white winds and the possibility of some cloud cover, and that's obviously keeping an eye on that as well. That's what we can forecast. Back to you.
David, thank you. Coming up, LeBron James breaks yet another NBA record. And we're not going to miss the title of his plan to step away from golf after his DUI arrest. Leading the news will be dealing with the man accused of fatally shooting United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson is back in federal court today as his attorneys move to delay his high-profile trial until 2027. Attorneys citing a logistically impossible position, having to prepare for both federal and state trials at the same time. Mandione's federal trial is set to begin later this summer. The state trial is slated to begin June 8th. Attorneys say forcing Mandione to prepare for two complicated and serious trials at once violates several constitutional rights. Golf legend Tiger Woods says he's stepping away to seek treatment after his DUI arrest. Five-time Masters champion posted overnight that the time away is necessary for his well-being and lasting recovery. The 50-year-old was arrested after crashing into his river and rolling his SUV on Friday. According to a newly released affidavit, he had two hydrocodone pills in his pocket. Woods is pleaded not guilty. His team has not responded to NBC News' request for comment. A roller coaster day for the crew of the two U.S. Apache helicopters seen flying over Kid Rock's home near Nashville this weekend. The U.S. official said the Army suspended the air crews involved. The Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth posted on X the suspension was lifted, saying there will be no investigation at the quote, "Carry on, Patriots." So it comes the Super Bowl rematch coming to HBO's Hard Knocks, and LeBron won't stop until every NBA record has his name next to it. More on the latest milestone for the team.
No, get this guy away from me, for the love of God. No. I don't know what to do. Did you get this freak away from me? No. You know, I don't know what to do about him just always coming. Where are you? Are there people around? Somebody call the police and get this guy out of here with that.
Part of the evolution of basketball, Durant for three. Durant for three.
They didn't take long for the Rockets to lead the Knicks to the Dallas Summit. EC's Coast to Coast Tuesday, powered by Kevin Durant. Houston fell down a 17-point lead through the first quarter. The Knicks could only cut that deficit to 4 as they dropped their third straight by double digits. The Rockets win their third in a row, 111-94. Another day, another long-standing record being rewritten by the King. LeBron James won his 1,229th game last night as his Lakers routed his old squad, the Cavaliers, 127-113. For the victory, LeBron officially passes Kareem Abdul-Jabbar to become the NBA's all-time total wins leader. But the Hall of Famer still holds the record for regular season wins, which LeBron trails by 29. Right, even with months to go until kickoff, the NFL season will be picking up right where it left off. The league revealing Tuesday that the Super Bowl 60 champion Seattle Seahawks will be featured on the new season of HBO's Hard Knocks. It'll be the team's first appearance on the docu-series and focus on their first steps to repeat as champions. And even the team that Seattle dominated in the big game is getting a consolation prize a little further down the road. The league announcing that the New England Patriots will make their own Hard Knocks debut in 2027. Seattle's 5-episode season debuts on HBO this August. Find out detail on Google's new email feature and how the latest dietary guidelines from the American Heart Association differ from the new HHS food pyramid. Here's just making headlines this morning. More than 400 hospitals in the U.S. are at risk, high risk of closing or cutting services due to the Medicaid cuts in President Trump's Big Beautiful Bill. That's according to analysis from the watchdog group Public Citizen. The American Heart Association releasing new guidelines to improve cardiovascular health. Recommendations include eating a wide variety of fruits and vegetables, as well as eating more plant-based protein. This contradicts some of the latest guidance from Health Secretary Rhonda Kennedy Jr., which focuses on eating more meat and full-fat dairy. A lawsuit against David Protein Bars alleging the labels of misrepresented calorie and fat content has been blocked. Attorneys for the plaintiff did not immediately respond to requests for comment, and why they dropped the suit is unknown. Google announcing Gmail users can now change their email addresses and Google account usernames. The feature is now available to all Google users. Early today, we'll be back after the break. We're back with a crazy collision caught on camera in California. A windsurfer in the San Francisco Bay smacked into a whale as it surfaced. The man flew off his board and the sail collapsed while the whale dipped back into the bay. Now, the 11-year-old boy who got a huge celebration at school after a years-long battle to beat cancer. Tommy Alves has the sweet story.
She gives him high fives through the halls of Green Elementary in Northern Ohio. That's Levi Bumpton walking through the middle, taking it all in after the climb of his young life. This 11-year-old has Down syndrome and just beat cancer. Diagnosed with leukemia in 2023, his mom says they spent more than 260 nights in the hospital.
It was awful to saw the time stood still.
But he never gave up. There was whole school behind him. He rang his bell, working end on his cancer treatment.
One of my biggest fears when we had the guy who got the diagnosis was that he wouldn't have friends, that it would be cruel and he just wouldn't be seen. It warmed my heart to see that the kids see him for who he is.
This round of applause, a joyful celebration, was so deserved.
Happy to be a part of the party now.
No!
Those hugs coming up. Thanks to Tom for sharing that story. New England Patriots quarterback Drake May got a new do for a good cause. May's wife and Michael kicked off the new haircut fair for the Saving by Shaving charity event at the Boston Children's Hospital. The quarterback is helping raise over $4.1 million and will go towards supporting pediatric research and treatment. So it looks like all of there will be a patient for him at least for a while. Coming up on today, this morning, we are celebrating Apple's 50th anniversary and a look back at their tech legacy. And here's Al with what else is ahead.
This morning on the third up today, the final countdown to liftoff online for Florida ahead of NASA's long-awaited moon mission, Artemis 2. Then our spring allergy American survival guide to avoid all the sneezing this season. And a delicious bland dish that's not bad. That's today, this morning, on the third hour of the day.
Thanks for the everyone, whether they today, I'm Francis today. The final countdown to the next giant leap in space travel. Astronauts set to return to the moon for the first time in over half a century. Why this trip is unlike any other before it. President Trump set to make history at the Supreme Court, expected to become the first sitting president to attend oral arguments, the case that could reshape what it means to become an American citizen. The president also set to deliver an important update on the war with Iran tonight, just hours after saying he expects the U.S. to leave Iran very soon, and as gas prices top $4 a gallon for the first time in years. Tiger Woods breaks his silence after his DUI arrest, while the golf legend says he is stepping away from the sport in the wake of the crash. And every crime needs a window of opportunity. The woman who they want out of the cop car in handcuffs. And busting out of casinos for Broadway. The Oscar-winning Penguins tap dancing toward the Tony for the ego. Sierra Jones, April Fool's Day, early today. Start right now. Good morning, I'm Francis Rivera. The countdown is on. NASA says it's still on track to launch 4 astronauts on a historic mission around the moon later today. The crew, NASA astronauts Reed Wiseman, Christina Cook, Victor Glover, and Canadian astronaut Jeremy Hansen will be the first to launch toward the moon since the Apollo 17 mission in 1972. That was more than 50 years ago. The mission is designed as a step toward a landing in 2028, and eventually towards NASA's goal of establishing a long-term presence on the moon. NBC One coverage begins on the Today Show and streaming at 7:45 a.m. Eastern on NBC News Now. Tom Costello is at the Kennedy Space Center.
Standing on Launch Pad 39B, Artemis is poised for liftoff. The crew in quarantine with their families. Commander Reed Wiseman posting this photo with his daughters. NASA Chief Jared Isaacman says they represent a new generation. What does it mean in terms of America's place in space history?
It means we're about to make our return to the moon, and this time, this day. Artemis 2 is the opening act.
The next hours will be critical for launch. At 7:34 a.m., ground change will begin fueling the rocket. At 9:45 a.m., the crew, already on mission time, will wake up, eat breakfast, and suit up. At 2 p.m., they'll head to the pad. At 6:24 p.m., they begin a 10-day mission to the moon. So for GBIS, NASA has built one of the largest and most powerful rockets ever. This is called SLS, the Space Launch System. It stands a massive 322 feet tall. That's taller than the Statue of Liberty. It's huge. And it features these 4 engines out of space, along with those 2 booster rockets right there. This combined force provides the lift needed for 7 million pounds picked off the ground and into space. That's the equivalent of 700 elephants. At the very top of the rocket, that's the Orion Space Capsule.
I think the nation and the world has been waiting a long time to do this again.
Mission managers insist astronaut safety is the highest priority.
The key to this is understanding the risk, doing everything you possibly can to drive it to zero, and then at some point, you're going to not gonna be able to explore the world beyond ours without taking some of this.
So far, NASA is still at 80% go for Wednesday. Good chance the weather's going to cooperate. And you know that solar flare that's been in the news of late, NASA says it should have no impact at all on this mission. Back to you.
Excited, really, Tom, thank you. Today, the Supreme Court will consider a fundamental change to American citizenship. The justices will hear oral arguments over an executive order signed by President Trump who would limit birthright citizenship to only people who have had at least one parent who is a U.S. citizen or a legal permanent resident. NBC Dallas Mark joins me now from D.C. Plans to be there in person today.
Good morning, Francis. That's right. The White House confirmed to NBC News that the president does plan to be there this morning. The Supreme Court says they have no record of the sitting president attending oral arguments. Yesterday, we already saw people lining up outside the court to secure one of the public seats, which you often see for landmark cases like this. Birthright citizenship is protected by the 14th Amendment. President Trump argued yesterday the law is outdated.
It had to do with the babies of slaves and the protection of the babies of slaves. It didn't have to do with the protection of multi-millionaires and billionaires wanting to have their children get an American citizenship.
President Trump made those comments in the Oval Office during the signing of another executive order. The order aims to create federal lists of citizens and instructs the Postal Service to send mail ballots only to those people.
The cheating on ballot voting is legendary. It's horrible. And it's very clearly covered, and very, very clearly so. I think this will help a lot with elections. We'd like to have voter ID. We'd like to have proof of citizenship, and that'll be another subject for another time.
Mail ballots are verified in different states, depending on in different ways in different states, and there's been no evidence of widespread fraud in U.S. elections. This order is expected to be quickly challenged in court. The Constitution gives states the power to admit this. Meanwhile, a federal court has paused President Trump's passion project, ordering that construction be halted on the White House ballroom unless Congress approves the plans. The administration quickly appealed. President Trump says he does not need congressional approval. Francis.
Alice, thank you. President Trump is set to make a primetime address to the nation tonight, where he will give an important update on Iran just a day after he gave this timeline on ending the war. What are the plans to bring it back down?
All I have to do is leave Iran, and we'll be doing that very soon. I would say that within 2 weeks, maybe 3.
The U.S. will be taught or not the war.
I think we could do election. We'll leave.
State media outlet IRNA reporting the Iranian president says there is a will and a conflict, including a guarantee that Iran will not be attacked again. Here in the U.S., average gas prices jumped up to $4 a gallon for the first time since 2022. NBC's Ryan Nobles has more.
For the first time in 4 years, a gallon of gas is averaging more than $4. And for drivers in some areas, the pain at the pump is worse.
So we stopped somewhere with like $6.70, and I did say to my son, oh my gosh, $6.70.
The price of a gallon has gone up more than $1 in just 4 weeks, a direct consequence of oil tankers stuck in the Strait of Hormuz, essentially shut down all of the important transit routes since the war began. Iran targets energy infrastructure throughout the region, attacking a fully loaded oil tanker off Dubai. President Trump says the pain will be worth it for a safer world.
And if we were for it all, and we have a country that's not going to be throwing a nuclear weapon at us.
President Trump told NBC News about the war, quote, "We're doing great, and it's coming to an end." But the attacks continue, with U.S. airstrikes on an ammunition depot inside Iran. The European Union telling its members to get ready for a long disruption to the energy markets. Until the war ends and the strait reopens, price of oil is expected to surge, causing hardship in a number of American industries. For example, lobster fishermen use 40 to 50 gallons of gas a day in their boats, even more to get their lobster to market.
It not only affects our boats, but it affects the trucks driving the lobsters to the plants, wherever they might go. It affects the trucks that are bringing that trap wire in, I believe.
Supply shortages sent the cost of fertilizer up by at least 15%.
a double win for farmers who need fertilizer for crops and diesel to run machinery.
It makes you think, I need to save where I can, I need to cut back where I can, I need to burn as little as possible.
Missouri fuel prices are also impacting the airline industry. JetBlue is the number one expense for airlines outside of labor costs. To offset those costs, JetBlue says it's raising its check bag fee by $4. If one airline raises its fees, its competitors all follow suit. Ryan Nobles, NBC News, Washington.
Millions of ways to find an American journalist kidnapped in the Middle East. Videos showing a moment American journalist Shelley Tilson is kidnapped in Baghdad by suspected Iranian-backed militants. Iraq's Interior Ministry tells NBC a silver carpool back with Tilson was waiting there on the side of the road. Authorities say security forces chased the vehicle, which crashed, but some of the men escaped with Tilson. The State Department says one suspect arrested has ties to Kataib Hezbollah. That's a militia supported by Iran. Iraq's government says efforts are ongoing to secure the release of the kidnapped journalists. Luigi Mangione, the man accused of fatally shooting United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson, is back in federal court today. His attorneys are moving to delay his high-profile trial until 2027. Attorneys citing a logistically impossible position, having to prepare for both federal and state trials at the same time. Nigeria's federal trial is set to begin later this summer. The state trial is slated to begin June 8th. Attorneys say forcing Nigeria to prepare for two complicated and serious trials at once violates several constitutional rights. Now, a dramatic day of testimony in Hawaii, where a doctor is on trial accused of trying to murder his wife. Bernhard Konig's son took the stand, saying his dad called him the day of the attack and confessed.
What did the defendant tell you during that call? What's the word for word if you remember? That he would not be making it back to Maui and to take good care of the younger kids, and that he had, that Ari, my stepmom, had been cheating on him, and that he tried to kill her.
Ariel Koenig says her husband hit her in the head with a rock while they were on the hike. Mr. Konig's attorney says he acted in self-defense. Now let's get a check on the chance for severe weather today with NBC meteorologist David Bigger. David, good morning.
Good morning. For today, we're keeping track of the potential for some severe weather across portions of the central and southern plains. So if you live anywhere from Missouri into Kansas, Oklahoma, or Texas, try to stay weather aware for today. There's a possibility of maybe some hail, some damaging winds, and even the possibility of tornadoes with the severe weather. Some of the severe weather may extend out to mid-Atlantic as well, or at least we'll have some stronger thunderstorms, and then the severe weather will actually get more closer to the Midwest, more around the Great Lakes, for example, as we head into tomorrow. We're also watching for some shower activity across a good portion of the west, the mountain west, across the Rockies. We're looking at rain and snow. Northern California into the Pacific Northwest, looking at the possibility of rain and snow as well, so some April showers. And for the launch of Artemis, it's actually looking pretty decent as we get into the afternoon and evening hours for today. Expect temperatures potentially be in the 70s. We're watching for maybe some light winds and the possibility of some cloud cover, and that's obviously keeping an eye on that as well. That's what we can forecast.
One Medicaid cuts who spell trouble for the nation's hospitals. And we're back in a minute with Hollywood's plan for the future after his DUI arrest and rollover crash. says he is stepping away to seek treatment after his DUI arrest. The five-time Masters champion posted overnight that the time away is necessary for his well-being and lasting recovery. It comes as investigators release new details of the crash. Here's Jesse Kirk.
Tiger Woods had 2 hydrocodone pills in his pocket when he was arrested for driving under the influence, according to a newly released affidavit. The opioid is used to treat severe pain. New documents also revealed more details about the star golfer's alleged condition Friday afternoon. His eyes were bloodshot and glassy. His pupils extremely dilated. His movement described as lethargic and slow. And his speech, thick tongue, according to the documents, which also say Woods had the hiccups and was sweating profusely, even while seated in a vehicle with cool air flowing. But the arresting officer also writes Woods was extremely alert and talkative. Woods has pleaded not guilty.
Investigators, while he was driving along this road Friday afternoon, he looked down at his
Tiger Woods' car is sideways.
He did not notice the pickup truck slowing down in front of him.
The sheriff says Woods rear-ended that truck's trailer. Woods' SUV wound up on its side, but no one was injured.
Our DUI investigators came to
It's
the
awful.
scene here, and Mr. Woods did exemplify signs of impairment.
Woods agreed to perform field
Why is the car going sideways?
struggled at times, according to the affidavit.
Flipped his car.
Woodby then stumbling to the right, telling the deputy he's had 7 back surgeries and over 20 operations on his leg. According to the arresting officer, Woods said he did not consume any alcohol that day. But when asked about consuming prescription medication, he stated, "I take a few for high blood pressure and cholesterol, along with ibuprofen and Vicodin." Woods said he took his prescription medication earlier in the morning and said he had not taken any illegal substances.
And Tiger Woods just spoke out for the first time since his arrest. On social media, he acknowledges the seriousness of this situation, writing in part, quote, "I am stepping away for a period of time to seek treatment and focus on my health." Back to you. Jesse, thank you. So we come to fluffy critters who want to turn Broadway in a great black and white way, more of the animated blockbuster that could be coming to the stage.
This does not look like this is gonna end well for you guys.
Cara Zor-El is at to say more than just a Cal Crypto with the latest trailer for DC's Supergirl. Now, Millie Alcock dons the cape of the Woman of Tomorrow in her first solo film in over 40 years. It flies in a theater by June 26th. Supergirl for Solid Congress, underrated superheroes. All right, remember the three things you need for a Broadway show. You need singing and dancing. How about penguins? Animated classic Captain Theater is being tapped for a staged musical adaptation. The project is being held by Michael Arden, the director of Tony Blair Maybe Happy Ending. The musical will take its songs from the film, which includes classics from Queen, the Beach Boys, and Stevie Wonder. No word yet on how the Penguins will be brought to life on stage. The Oscar-winning film marks its 20th anniversary this November, but for decades they were able to make cats come to life on stage, so we'll see how they do it with the Penguins. When we come back, the David Protein Bar ingredient lawsuit crumbles. Energy Report highlights one more than 400 hospitals across the U.S. could close.
Come on! No.
Here's what's making headlines this morning. More than 400 hospitals in the U.S. are closing or cutting services due to the Medicaid cuts in President Trump's Big Beautiful Bill. That's according to analysis from the watchdog group Public Citizen. This could make it harder for millions of Americans to get care and put thousands of healthcare workers' jobs at risk. The lawsuit against David Perkin is alleging the label misrepresented calorie and fat content it should drop. Attorneys for the plaintiffs didn't immediately respond to requests for comment, and why they got the suit is unknown. And Google is announcing Gmail users can now change their email addresses and Google account usernames. So the feature began rolling out last year and is now available.
Come on.
Users. They'll be right back.
No. No. No.
We're back now with a window of opportunity for a Houdini-like escape. The woman manages to squeeze out of a cop car in handcuffs. Maggie Vesta has that wild video.
Caught on camera, one woman's jaw-dropping escape from the back of a Michigan police cruiser. Watch her wriggle through that window, hands cupped behind her back.
Oh my God, this is live.
She briefly pauses, then out comes one leg.
Damn, let me see.
With both legs out, she takes off running.
Y'all seen it live. This is live.
The escapee gone, the camera pans over, showing officers gathered around that white truck, seemingly none the wiser.
They didn't see this, bro.
An officer approaches, appearing to notice the camera, then looks in that open window. He circles the SUV, the suspect nowhere to be found. How ridiculous is this video to you?
Well, it happens all the time, really. People escape police custody all the time.
NBC News law enforcement analyst Jim Kavanaugh.
Normally, you would leave the windows up in the patrol car, and because the doors are open from the inside, the officer might have just been trying to give us some fresh air and wasn't quite expecting that level of acrobatics.
Prosecutors ID'ing the woman as 38-year-old Kendra Amy, arrested Saturday afternoon, moments before this video was taken on a parole violation. After her escape, court records showed Amy was on the lam for 3 days. Muskegon Heights police saying at one point she broke into a nearby home before fleeing again. Officers ultimately finding Amy in a separate abandoned house Tuesday morning. All the while, video of her Houdini-style escape going viral.
I'm sure that thing is going to have life of its own when you do that, and it's going to be in every police academy from now until we get to time.
Why is he still in my house that I'm doing this?
Thanks for effort and escape too. Thanks to Maggie for that report. Coming up on today, we are celebrating Apple's 50th anniversary. We'll look back at their tech legacy. And here's Al with what else is ahead.
This morning on the third hour today, the final countdown to liftoff. Online from Florida, ahead of NASA's long-awaited moon mission, Artemis 2. Then, our spring allergy survival guide to avoid all the sneezing this season. And a delicious lamb dish that's not bad. That's today, this morning, on the third hour of today.
Thank you so much for starting your morning with early today. I'm Francis Rivera. Have a great Wednesday. See you early Thursday morning.
news now, all systems go. This morning, history unfolding at the Kennedy Space Center in Florida. NASA's historic Artemis II moon mission, now less than 12 hours away, liftoff is set for 6:24 tonight. Right now, 4 astronauts preparing for liftoff, including the first woman and the first black astronauts to go on a lunar mission. Their epic 10-day journey taking them around the Earth and the Moon to the first crewed lunar orbit in more than 5 decades. It's about human history. It's the story of humanity, not black history, not women's history, but that it becomes human history. Tonight's launch coming after years of preparation and months of delays. The goal, to test technology meant to establish a long-term presence on the Moon and beyond.
Finally arrived, and the next chapter of America's journey to the moon is about to begin. We got America's moon rocket out on the launch pad. We have 4 astronauts that are about to make history. We're about to make our return to the moon, and this time to stay.
Good morning, thanks for joining us. We are orbiting the Moon this morning here. Our team going on. Window. But let's start with NBC News senior correspondent Tom Costello at the Kennedy Space Center in Florida. Tom, good morning.
Hey guys, good morning. So this may be the biggest mission for NASA since Apollo 17 in 1972, sending astronauts back around the moon. But the first time that we've had astronauts on a lunar trajectory, if you will, since the early 70s. Tanking fueling begins in the 7:30 half hour, 730,000 gallons of fuel. The 4 astronauts who are going to be on board, they've been in seclusion or quarantine. That's a necessary procedure to make sure that they don't pick up a germ or something before they start heading off on a 10-day mission with just the 4 of them. And as you know, they are Reed Weissman, the commander, Victor Glover, the pilot, also Christina Cook, the mission specialist, and finally Jeremy Hansen, the mission specialist, and the Canadian on board. This is the mission that NASA has been planning for, and it sets the stage now for actually landing astronauts on the moon as soon as 2028. And the big change here at NASA in the last few weeks is that NASA is now prioritizing that with 2 missions to land on the moon as soon as 2028. Next year, Artemis 3 will be in an Earth orbit in which they are going to be testing all of their docking procedures, everything that they will need to fully vet that spacecraft, the Orion spacecraft, before they in fact go to the moon and put astronauts on the moon. So far, weather here today, 80% chance of a go condition, no serious technical issues working. So right now, very much everybody here at the Cape, everybody at Kennedy Space Center is ready for this very big day. Joe Smith, back to you.
Hey, Tom, thank you. As we get closer to liftoff, we'll be keeping a very close eye, of course, on the side of this mission. So stay with us. We're going to bring you an update on all of the launch preparations with in-depth analysis from a panel of experts later in the hour.
Can you get this guy away from me?
Around the moon during their special right now in the museum now start at 4 p.m. Eastern time.
Let's bring it to you, Miss Andy Lassie, for a check of the conditions for space launch.
This is so important what NASA and the crew of Artemis to expect.
So important indeed. We've got a couple of things that we're looking at right now, along with, of course, those NASA meteorologists. Here's the current lay of the land for Cape Canaveral and Kennedy Space Center, where 39D launch pad. So we've got southeast winds just 2 miles per hour, temperature hovering into those mid to upper 60s, and wind gusts coming in at about 5 miles per hour. But notice that we've got a couple of these little showers that we're tracking right now, and there is a potential to see some of those showers kind of center across the state as we get into the middle part of our day. The good news is, once we get to the launch window of 6:24 p.m. to 8:24 p.m. today, it looks like most of that rain will have died down. We've got just a light sea breeze that we're looking at anywhere from 5 to 10 miles per hour on the east. Right now, NASA looking at mainly cloud conditions and some elevated wind speed at the surface. Those are the 2 things they're kind of honing in on for tonight's launch. But as you heard Tom say, 80% favorable. This is actually pretty ideal for a launch. Now, if it doesn't happen tonight, then we look ahead to tomorrow. Not quite as good when it comes to the weather. We've got other sources possible for your day tomorrow. And really, the cloudy conditions and the elevated winds will be there as well. So multiple other things that we'll have to watch for. If we look ahead to Friday, with that next launch window, 8 to 10 p.m. on Friday, still the cloud cover, the isolated showers and storms. So hopefully, fingers crossed, everything is a go for tonight. We'll keep an eye on that. We're also watching an area of some kind of really impactful weather and busy weather across parts of the Midwest, stretching to the Northeast. Late afternoon, we've got some And we're not done with our severe potential as we get through the day today. Instead, tomorrow, we're kind of looking at that intensifying storm across the upper Midwest. Snow, freezing rain, the rain, and the potential for thunderstorms will all be there. And guys, it's going to be Chicago, Detroit, and Minneapolis that have to watch for the potential for some of those stronger storms with hail, wind gusts, and tornadoes on the table.
Thanks, Andy.
Well, the voyage to the moon wasn't a big enough story for one day. This morning, the Supreme Court is also making their arguments in a high-stakes case where President Trump's executive order challenging what has long been believed to be the constitutional right to birthright citizenship. Trump issued the order last year on the first day of the second term. It declares that children born to parents who are in the U.S. illegally or temporarily are not American citizens.
The justices reviewed the Trump administration's appeal of a lower court ruling which struck down those restrictions. The American Civil Liberties Union, ACLU, was leading the challenge to Mr. Trump's order, calling it unconstitutional and just out of step with American values. In an unprecedented move, President Trump says he plans to personally attend today's hearing. He also weighed in on the case.
Everything having to do with birthright citizenship, it was at the end of the Civil War. The reason was it had to do with the babies of slaves and the protection of the babies of slaves. It didn't have to do with the protection of multi-millionaires and billionaires wanting to have their children get an American citizenship.
Well, this was bringing in these news legal very good point. So tell us who the plaintiffs are in this case and what the key legal arguments the justices will be hearing from both sides are.
So this was a class action lawsuit originally brought by a woman who lives in New Hampshire, she's an unruly woman, and it was brought by her on behalf of thousands of women who are similarly situated to her. And their argument was that they need to the court needs to look at the tradition and the history of the corresponding correctional statute, specifically 5 words. Subject to the jurisdiction thereof. Their argument was, if you're subject to U.S. law and you live here in the United States, you are subject to the jurisdiction thereof.
Okay, I'm gonna turn it off for a little bit so I can go take a shower.